The ERAD Cerberus was the original epic ERAD variant in this game, and its perks are that it has an underbarrel shotgun that you can access by holding Y, and then it also has reduced recoil compared to the other ERADs. This is the only ERAD variant that has reduced recoil, and that makes it the most accurate ERAD, and to me this gun feels like a mini NV4. I am going to recommend using grip on it, and grip in combination with the perk that reduces the recoil on the weapon just makes it super accurate. You can see here, I'll put the recoil plots on screen. This is the Cerberus with grip. It's very small. Like the plot of recoil is very small, and that makes it very easy to use, especially at like longer ranges than you would expect with an ERAD. The ERAD isn't a weapon that has a tremendous amount of recoil, and that's why I don't think this variant is like a must-have for the weapon to be effective. But this weapon variant is like really only effective if you wanted to have a super accurate ERAD. The underbarrel shotgun attachment really isn't useful at all. It's very weak, and it consumes ammo from the mag. I could see it maybe being useful if it had its own separate ammo pool and you could maybe switch that to finish people off. But the fact that it's weak and it consumes ammo from the main weapon just really, I don't think it has any place in this game, and it's kind of worthless if you ask me. Maybe if it could be useful in hardcore, but I don't know. I think I would rather just shoot people with the ERAD. Even worse is that it has the same reload animation as the ERAD. Once I had found out that it had the same like ammo pool and it used like ammo from the mag, I thought maybe I could use it to reload faster. But nope, it still has the same ERAD reload animation, so I just really don't see any value that you can get out of this shotgun. And I've tried many ways to get value out of this shotgun, as you can see, like the weird things I've tried, like making it reload faster. Still the same reload like animation, so there's really, I don't know, I just don't use this shotgun at all. Maybe you could use it if like, as like a comical type thing, like you just do it to like fuck with someone you actually killed them with the shotgun attachment. But as far as this being an effective weapon because of the shotgun perk, I don't think it is. The shotgun is pretty much a waste in my opinion. I'd much rather have a different perk on there that actually adds some value to the weapon. So with that out of the way, I'm going to explain my class setup for this weapon. The attachments I like to use on it are quick draw, particle clamp, and grip. Like I said, with grip, I'm just going to try to make this weapon as accurate as I can, and with grip and the stability perk, it has very minimal recoil. And like I said, I think it feels like a little mini NV4, and this could be a very effective SMG to play defensively with, and I do think this would be the easiest SMG in the game to use just because it has very little recoil, still has a very good 4-hit range, and it's going to be a 5-hit kill with particle clamp up until around 24 meters. So it's not a absurd 5-hit kill range, but it is very good, and you're definitely going to be able to map people with this weapon. Even when you get off into the 6-hit kill range, you're not going to want to land 6-shot consistently, but it is very easy with the Cerberus, and I often find myself getting much like further ranged kills than I expect to get with something like the ERAD. On like a medium ranged map like Precinct, I think this weapon could be used on any lane, whereas if you're using the base ERAD, you might have to like change your play up a bit just because there is some like longer sightlines that you don't want to fuck with. But with the Cerberus, like the lack of recoil, even though it does still low damage at those ranges, you can still map people very easily. You get a lot of easy kills with this weapon just because there is like, it feels like there's no recoil at all on this weapon. You can see on the plot there, it was very like, there was recoil, but it's very minimal. But when you're actually shooting someone with this gun, I don't know what it is. It just feels like it has less recoil than the NV4 to me. If you're someone that plays hardcore, this could be a very good variant for you to use just because of its ease of use, like the lack of recoil. It's probably the most accurate SMG in the game. Aside from that, I don't really see that much of a reason to use this gun. If I was just going to play core matches and play like I normally would with an ERAD, I don't think I would want to use this gun. If you're someone who struggles with the ERAD and you just want a really easy SMG to use at all ranges, I think this is a good option for you. But I would prefer the common variant because I can deal with the small amount of recoil that the ERAD does have on its own. It's not a gun that has absurd recoil to where this variant would actually be highly valued. Whereas if the ERAD had a bunch of recoil and this was the only variant with stability, then I could definitely see like a case for it. But as it is now, the ERAD has very minimal recoil, so this really isn't a variant that's worth it in my opinion. It's a nice little fun variant to play around with and just like laugh about how accurate it is and like map people with the ERAD because it's kind of uncommon that you should be taking those fights and coming out on top of them. But like I said, if I wanted the best ERAD variant, this wouldn't be the one I would go to. That's going to do it for this video. I know it was very short, but there's really not that much to talk about with this weapon just because it really is an ERAD with less recoil. Like the shotgun attachment brings nothing to the weapon in my opinion. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it. I'm sorry it's so short, but there's really not that much to go into. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe.